All right. You guys are live from my phone, so this should work. I hope I should not have any sound issues on my phone. So I apologize for those of you who popped on right away. Hopefully you are still able to catch the live, if not the replay. So, better, Rebecca? I hope. Okay. Is my sound better now that I'm on my phone? All right. So let's talk about why BQ. That's a huge word. Obviously, we hear constantly in Color Street, right? Okay, it's better. Good. What does BQ mean? What does it stand for? So, for those of you who don't know, if you're new maybe to the business, BQ means selling $300 in a 1 month time frame. So $3, or did I say $3? $300 in a 1 month time frame. So that would mean this month in September you sell $300. That means you become a BQ'd stylist or bonus qualified stylist. The thing is our system to stay in our system as a Color Street consultant, you only have to BQ once every 6 months. Meaning if I BQ in September, I don't have to do it again for October, November, December, January, February. I have to do it in March. Okay? So why should you BQ? Why does it matter if you BQ if you only have to do it every 6 months to stay in the system? So I want to talk about 5 reasons today that I think are really big reasons of making you look at your business. So first and foremost is that Color Street is a business, you guys. It's a job. I know that this job is different than probably most jobs you've ever had. It's super fun. It doesn't always seem like it's a real job. We put nails on people. We post online. We make people smile. We're doing mani parties in Facebook. I mean, it seriously is like this crazy fun job, right? But it is a real job. Color Street is a real job, and you can make real money. So I give you the tip of having you treat it like a real job. So if you are going to treat it like a real job, realistically, you are going to want to be selling, more at least $300 a month, because that means you're working your business. Now, this is also different than any other job because guess what? You don't have a boss telling you have to sell $300. I'm not going to call you and say you have to do it. Your upline isn't going to call you and say you have to do this month. Nobody's going to tell you have to do it. Of course, we're going to encourage you, but we're not going to tell you. You're not going to get fired if you don't do it. Well, 6 months you will get taken out of the system, but you're not going to be fired for it. You don't have to clock in and out of your Color Street business. So have you figured out that you are your own boss? Your boss is not checking in to see if you did $300. You have to check in with yourself. You have to know at the end of the month, did you do the sales that you wanted to do? You have to hold yourself accountable. Sometimes that can hurt. It can be a real hard thing to hold ourselves accountable. So for a second here, I want to compare Color Street to exercise. 1, because I love exercise. And 2, because I also teach CPR, and heart health is just a huge passion of mine, which exercise obviously helps with that. So let's talk a little bit about exercise. And another reason I think this is a great comparison to exercise is a lot of us really have the desire to exercise, but it's really hard to find that self-motivation to exercise, isn't it? So let's talk about what it takes to exercise, and then we'll compare it to your Color Street business. When you made the decision to exercise, right? You go to a gym, you sign the contract, whether you're paying monthly or a one-time fee, but you have to make a financial decision. Are you going to spend the money on it? All right. That is sometimes the biggest hurdle. But if you spend the money on it and sign the contract, it shows that you are willing enough to work on exercise and work on your body and work on your health enough that you're willing to put money on it, right? You're willing to sign that. But what happens after you sign? That's not the end of it, right? You don't just sign and watch that bill come every month. Do you do something about it, or has it become that donation? My gosh, we've belonged there for 18 years. I had a lot of years that it was a donation for my husband. He may exercise at home, but it was just silly that we kept that membership. It was purely just a donation. And that happens to many people. They sign up, they go a couple months, and then they just keep paying over and over and over instead of utilizing and getting the most out of that membership. So as much as I love to exercise, there's days when I'd rather stay in bed, I'd rather stay in my PJs, and I'd rather just not show up, right? So for me, the biggest hurdle is getting my outfit on, because I do like my cute outfits, and driving 15 to 20 minutes to the gym in morning traffic, which now that I do 8:30 classes, it's worse traffic than it was when it was later. But once I get there, that was the biggest hurdle for me. I got there, right? So now that I'm there, I have to make a decision of what I'm going to do with it. All right. So if I'm taking a workout class, a yoga or a weight or a cardio class, what am I going to do while I'm there? The instructor does not, you have to lift more weights. You have to hold plank longer. You have to jump higher. Nobody's telling me I have to do anything. I'm telling myself, and that teacher is there to get me excited and get me motivated, and the people all around me are doing it, and I want to compete with that person. I want to lift more than that person. I want to be doing exactly what they do. I have a goal to be as good as that person over there. But nobody's telling me I have to do any of this except for myself. All right? So if I'm there, I made it all the way there. I paid my money. I drove up to the gym. I got dressed. Why wouldn't I want to put in 100% every time I showed up? Now, some days are harder than others. Yesterday, I was super tired. I gave as much effort as I could, but it wasn't as much effort as a normal class. I want to get the most out of my investment. I want to get the most out of that. If I'm going to pay all that money every month, I want to make sure I'm putting in my all every single time I do it. Or why should I keep paying for it? I want to see a difference in my body. I want to see a difference in my health. So I'm going to work as hard as I can when I'm there. Well, the same is true. Have you guys been thinking about your Color Street business as I say all this? Because the same thing is true with your Color Street. The very first decision you guys had to make was paying for your kit. So whether you pay for your kit and you never look at it again, the whole reason you paid for that kit is because you saw something in yourself that told yourself, I think I can do this. I think I can make this into a business. I want to sell nails. So you paying that kit fee right there said you are worth investing in to carry on a business. So then what do you do after you've paid for it? Okay, well, now you have the kit. This is where fear sets in. Just like with her, I don't have cute clothes. I can't do this. I can't do that. We all start second guessing everything, don't we? Same can happen with your Color Street business. You start to procrastinate. You start to get scared. So what are you going to do about it? My advice to you, the first thing, why not jump in and give it your all? Why not start with setting office hours? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to work at my business 4 hours a week. And in that 4 hours, I'm going to block out the time I'm going to work. I'm going to call people. I'm going to message people. I'm going to set up nail bars. You need to be honest with yourself, though, when you're setting these hours. Are you really setting them, and are you truly holding to them? So, or are you just scrolling through social media and kind of checking out all the fun Nelfie groups? Like we said on our call the other day, it's like a rabbit hole. You get sucked into all these different groups. And if you say that's your 5 hours of work, it probably wasn't really 5 hours of what we call income producing or income generating activities. So make sure what you're doing, you're following through on. I know for myself, if I don't wake up, I get, lunch is packed, get the kids off, put on my workout clothes and go work out at 8:30, I will not do it. I do not have the self-discipline today. Rarely do I have the self-discipline to go in the evening. It's been like this for me. I don't know. I've worked out for 30 years regularly. I mean, it's been a part of my life since college, but I know exactly what I'm capable of. Unless I have an accountability partner, I'm working towards a goal, then I can sometimes push myself on odd hours. So when you pick your work hours, pick hours that are realistic for you. If you know you're at home with your kids during the day and you set the hour 10 to 11 and you know that's exactly when your kids are kind of at that phase where, they're wanting breakfast or they're wanting a snack or don't set those office hours. If you know they take a nap at 2, guess what? That's when you know you can get something done. Or if you know someone, your spouse or significant other comes home at 6 o'clock, set your hours for 6 o'clock when you know that you wouldn't have to watch your kids. If you know you have another job, 9 to 5, don't set 9 to 5 as your office hours. You've got to put realistic expectations on yourself, or you're going to continue to watch yourself not hit your goals, and then you'll feel like a failure. So when you set your office hours of when you're going to work, make sure it is times that you can do it, that you can truly work your business. All right. So to get the most value out of your kit and the most return on your investment, you guys truly have to work the business, right? So if you think about it, let's think about what $300 is. $300 in a month is really 8 buy 3 get 1 orders, right? Those 8 of those power packs. That's not that much. That's an average nail bar. So, and sometimes the averages are showing, I'm having audio problems again, Heidi. So our average nail bar is, the $300. Sometimes it's showing a little bit more, but we're just going to go by the average. So you need to hold about 1 nail bar a month to BQ. All right. So when I refer to nail bar, oh, you can hear me, Jackie. Okay. When I refer to nail bars, that could be in person. It could be online. It could be an event. It could be you just gathering 8 orders, right? And you would hit your $300. So if you do 1 a month, that's about 2 hours. That is not a whole lot of time that you have to invest into doing this $300. So my question would be to you then, if you, let's say you're only selling $75 a month or $50 a month or nothing in a month, my question to you is, why are you doing this job? If you signed up just because you want to get the nails for you and some friends at a discount, great. Then you may not be hitting $300 a month. But if you signed up for this to make money and you really truly want to make money somewhere in there, if you're doing under $300 a month, you're not even making $75 a month. So then you're going to say to yourself, well, I'm not even making any money. Why would I want to do this? So if you do $300 a month, you're making about $75 a month. Do you want to make more than that? What I used to make before I started doing Color Street, as a CPR instructor, I might have made, $75 to a couple $100 in a month. And I was satisfied with that. It totally worked for me. But if you want to make more than that, you need to set some income goals each week and see what you want to make, because then you can break it down by how many nail bars you're going to do. If you know you want to make $100 a week, you need to be doing a nail bar a week plus, right? Because since an average nail bar would make about $75. So where are you getting these nail bars from? That is your making phone calls, building relationships, cultivating relationships with customers, coloring 10 people a week to get out there and meet 10 new people a week. The more you talk to people, the more you share our business and share our opportunity, the more opportunity you're going to have for sales, for nail bars, for signing up new stylists. And I know you've heard all this before. This is nothing new. But you need to ask yourself if you're really doing it. Because as your own boss, you are setting your own standards. What do you want to do for yourself? And less from yourself. Commit to it. So if your standards are never less than $300 a month, what would your goals be? Like, I never, ever, I wouldn't even dream of selling less than $300 a month. It's just not even, it has never been on my radar, ever. I look at enhanced commission. I am always 600 or more. There's no reason I would not look at setting my goals at $600. So figure what you want to do a month by how much you want to make. And then you start to form those habits and you start to develop how you're going to hit. If I want to sell at least $600, I need at least 2 nail bars a month, right? One may cancel, so I should probably set up a third. But being out there, and the more consistent you are, these nail bars will continue to follow you. So just like with my exercise, right? I exercise, I say a bare minimum of 3 times a week, but I try not even to do that. I try to at least do 4. I just don't do less. I hold myself accountable and I make it happen. Now this summer, I got a little bit lax. If I was on a vacation, typically I would always exercise, and I kind of went by the wayside a little bit, and I may have taken 5 days off in a row. Well, I'm paying the price now. So I did it and I was fine with it at the time, but now I know I have to make it up. Hence my funny post on Facebook today. And the same is true with your Color Street business. You may take a month where you decide this month you have 1 nail bar and you're fine with doing $300. But then if you have a goal, you might need to make that up then the next month and sell a little bit more than that if you used to sell 600, maybe the next month you're going to make up for it and sell 900. Whatever your goal is, if you need to adjust, that's okay. Don't kill yourself if you make some adjustments because of what's going on in life. But with exercise, I find it so much easier the more I'm consistent. If I take days off, I almost feel like I'm starting back at square one. I go back to square one and I'm like, oh, my muscles are sore now. Things are harder for me. It's harder to get the energy up. I do hot yoga. I have to rebuild up that my body to be able to work out in such high heat. And so it's kind of frustrating. Same with your Color Street business. Away from it, then you're back to, oh my gosh, where am I going to get my next nail bars? I don't have any follow-ups right now. I didn't have a nail bar last month, so I don't even know who to reach out to for next month. It's the same exact thing. So if you stay consistent, you consistently hold nail bars, you consistently book new ones, it just makes it easier, which again, makes you feel good about it. You know, we all have times that are hard, but the more consistent you can be, it just helps clear your mind and it helps it alleviate a lot of that stress and it helps you gain confidence. All right. So now let's talk about reason number 2 of why I think you should BQ. That was a big reason number 1. That's the longest. Reason number 2 is forming habits. Why not form the habit right from the time you start of selling $300 a month? If you make your Frank list right off the bat, you do your lunch plus 4 right out of the gate, you are having more than $300 of sales. I cannot imagine you'd have 5 parties that would bomb, right? Let's hope not. You'd have 5 parties right away. You're going to BQ. You're going to get more on your schedule, and that is going to set you up for success. So if you keep doing that, you've now created the habit. You know you consistently want to have 8 nail bars. You've created the habit to not accept less than that, and you just keep reaching out to people until you get those nail bars each month. So again, treat it like a business. Form habits of how you want to do it. Okay, so once that habit is kind of ingrained in you, it's going to help number 3, which is a big one, be easy for you. You're out there, you're doing nail bars, you're loving life. Someone says, oh my gosh, I love what you do. Can I do it? Right? We all love when that happens. So someone joins your team. Well, guess what? If you want to make commission on working with that person, you have to sell dollars in a month. So if you've already created the habit to never be less than 300 and you start to build a team, that's no big deal. You already know how to hit $300 a month. But let's say you've been in 4 months, you've never done $300 in a month. All of a sudden, someone says they want to come and sell with you, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I want to get paid commission on them because I'm working with them, but I've never done $300 before. I don't know what to do. So now you're kind of starting back, trying to figure out how you should sell $300 in a month. So if you start the habit right when you get in, it shouldn't even be an issue then when you're off and running. You know, it's going back to my exercise again, of course, because I'm correlating these two. You know, summer's over. However, you know, you still want to have that your goals in mind, even though we'll be wearing our fall clothes. Let's say I had a vacation next week or next month even. If I'm consistently exercising, I'm not all of a sudden going to panic right before this vacation comes up that I all of a sudden need to work out for the next month. If I'm consistently doing it, I'm ready to go, and I've created the habit, and I'm not trying to cram in exercise. Same thing. You sign somebody up, you're not all of a sudden trying to cram and figure out how you're going to sell $300 a month. All right, so along with the new stylist, number 4 is jump starts. You guys know we have matching and roller jump starts. So let's say this person signs up, you're all excited, they hit jump start. Well, guess what? Again, if you want to be paid on them or hit the enrolling matching jump start, again, you have to do $300 in a month. Let's say your stylist, does her $4,000 and you didn't do $300 that month, you would lose out on that product credit, you guys. And form the habit right away, and you don't have to worry about how you're going to come up with it later. Oh, sorry, I was just kind of reading a comment. All right, 5th and last reason of why you should be in the habit of doing at least $300 a month is specials and promotions. Color Street has randomly thrown out all sorts of promotions, different BQ programs where you have to BQ 3 months in a row. Even the cruise coming up. Obviously, there's a lot of things you have to hit, but there's no way you're going to hit it if you're not BQing every month. That's just a must. So if you've created a habit of doing at least 300 or more, you're ready to go. You don't have to panic how you're going to do it, and you're off and running. So make sure you are in the habit of doing it, so when the next promotion or something comes around, you think, oh my gosh, I have that piece of cake. I wouldn't even question if I'm going to hit the BQ consistency program. All right. So in summary of all of it, at the gym, I can be the person in the workout class that's there to work hard. I can push myself. I can try new things. I can sweat, which it's really gross. I sweat a ton. Or I can be the person in outfits, which I do like to wear cute outfits. And then I go and tell my friends I went to the gym and I go get a coffee after and it's so much fun. It's just kind of a social thing. Neither are right or wrong, but I personally, for me, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it so I make a change in me that I can see. So what type of Color Street stylist do you want to be? Do you want to be the person who sells or do you want to be the person who tells? Do you want to be the person who sells Color Street, holds nail bars, blocks work time, wins cruises, goes to Cancun, promotes to leadership, wins BQ consistency programs, sets goals and sells? Or do you want to be the person who goes around and tells people, I sell Color Street? And that's about all you tell people. And you wear it, but you're not working the program. And it's totally fine. Again, you can do it, you can wear it, because we want you guys too who just want to do it for fun. But if you guys want to be the person to see the difference in your income, the difference in your confidence, the difference in friendships, the difference in building a business, then I suggest to you to be the person who sells Color Street and not just tells about Color. All right? So I hope that helps all of you who were wondering why in the world you should do $300 a month. I hope my audio was okay on here. So that is all I have for you guys today. So make sure you go out there and BQ. And I'm still waiting to do this cruise thing. I was hoping today, but I'm going to have to figure out what is going on with my audio on my computer first. So you guys have a great day today. My audio is perfect. Okay, thanks, Jackie.